Hey, let's take a look at some of the vintage toys, games, and books from the 90s to the 50s that I sold online today. First up is something that is actually really popular, I've found in the past, but it's mainly for Christmas. A Christmas Muppet Babies Miss Piggy. So it's not just Miss Piggy, it's not just Christmas, but it's from the Muppet Babies. So it's a tiny little one wearing a hat. I'm not sure if there was a Muppet Babies Christmas special. Actually, I don't even think the cartoon had a Christmas special, did it? I find that surprising. There's technically supposed to be a set of 2 other Muppet Babies that go with it. It's just Fozzie and Kermit. I just have this one, but you would think there'd be like Scooter and Animal and Gonzo. I almost said Grover. Gonzo, but no, just the 3 of them, and this is one. This is an item that normally comes in a board game box, but whenever I find just this piece, people seem to love it and want to have it and buy it from me. Let me show you what it is. A Rummy Mat, which is upside down here, and that's literally what it is. You put this on the table and that's how you play the rummy game. And that's really all you need. And people want to have this official board with the official artwork on it to play the game. There's actually instructions on the mat too. So it's a rummy mat. I've never played rummy. I just think they look really neat. It's very casino looking. When it happens in groups. And I sold a lot from my record collection up here on the top shelf today. The first one is a record called Blues for a Stripper. So this is actually just, I want to say this is during the Bachelor pad music phase, like from the 1960s. This album is from 1962 and it's by Mundell Lowell. It's like space age Bachelor pad music, the way people in the 1960s believed space age music would sound in the future of the 1980s. And then here's the guy on the back that's composing it. It almost looked like it's a parody on what an album like that would be when I saw it. And it turned out to be an actual album from that genre. So then, like I said, they come in groups. So I actually sold these ones in an actual group. It's a bunch of 45s that I have. So the first one is a box set that's called The Merry Widow. It's one that if you open it up, there's like a whole group of them in there. And this one, normally they have like their own little separate sleeves, but inside this one, when I open it, it's just a pile of 45s. I got it mainly because I liked the illustration that was on the box. These always looked like they were too intellectual for me when I saw box sets like this growing up. The person bought a group of things that all seemed to be musicals, and this one is from Gigi. And Gigi is songs from the motion picture Gigi. For some reason, Gigi is hard for me to say multiple times. This is songs from the motion picture with Tony Martin and Dennis Fernand's orchestra. And on the back, there's a picture of them in the studio recording the music from the picture. And again, one that I don't really know much about. And in Gigi, there's apparently someone named Gogi. Again, I bought this because I was like, wow, that's a really neat big red like font logo. So I got it because of that. And then finally, they got another box set from me. And this one is Fred Astaire with The Belle of New York. So this one is also a box collection of 45s. And it's from the Technicolor musical. So I assumed that when I got this because Fred Astaire was on it. So it's one of those things with recognizable actor and something where, you know, it's a musical. And people like musicals. So why not have the 45s that originally came out with it? I always keep an eye out for these because people like fancy sets of them, and it's chessboards and pieces. And the funny thing about this one is it really does just say it's chess pieces and a board. That's the cover of this. This is actually a really sturdy, good cloth box with a nice print on it. And all it says is, this is a chess set, which I think is kind of bold marketing. But it's a Drake's chess primer, and inside it's all laid out in the box. Pretty cool with the instructions right there. Like the presentation, once you get inside the box, goes beyond the mysterious that you saw on the outside. And I'm not even really sure what year it's from, but if I'd have to guess, I'd say, God, I want to say 50s. So, but I don't know. That's a total guess. An illustrated frame tray puzzle from 1987, I think it said. Yes, 87, for Humpty Dumpty. So it's, it's just Humpty Dumpty falling off the wall. So this is right as he's having the big fall. We all know the rhyme. This puzzle here is one of those ones you would get, say, in, I don't know, a grocery store or something. It was like an impulse buy because it's got the little divot at the top so you can just hang it while it's like wrapped in plastic so it doesn't all fall out. Actually, they were all attached. You kind of had to break them apart. I always wonder how they found the people to do these frame tray puzzles. Like, did they have artists they would hire, or did the people that make them go, you know how to draw, right? We need a couple of these frame tray puzzles. There's so many, I have so many frame tray puzzles. Some of them have really elaborate art and other ones have kind of like, here's some nursery rhyme art. Then one last item is way up here because it wouldn't fit anywhere else. A Holly Hobbie metal trash can from the 80s. I want to say that the popularity of Holly Hobbie was more in the late 70s, early 80s. And then on the back, there's the boy, whose name I can't remember. I knew what it was, but I don't remember it. You don't really run into metal trash cans for kids' rooms anymore that I can recall. Of course, I haven't had to buy one in a long time. One more thing. Are you like me? Do you run out of room when you're trying to write a message in a greeting card? Well, we've solved that problem with this giant Ziggy Card. Got a long message you want to put? Well, there's room for that. I feel like giving someone one of these cards is like a prank. That's how much I care about you. I got you this. Now you throw it away. So that's all the vintage and pop culture items that I sold today. If you want to keep seeing more of the things that I sell each time and kind of reflect on nostalgia sort of toys and games, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel.